All right, let's talk about the upcoming week versus the Cardinals. We'll start this off with some injuries. Right off the rip, Brandon Ayuk's practice window will not be opening up, so obviously he will not be playing this week. Hopefully he gets out there. I feel like also I just need to address this thing because I hear a lot of fans about with the 49ers really just like getting after Ayuk for no reason. He didn't just tear his ACL, okay? He had 3 ligament tears on that knee, right? So he tore his ACL for sure. He tore his MCL for sure. And he either tore his LCL or his PCL. And I don't really know which one it was, but he tore all three. That rehab is not the typical 9 months, okay? It's usually about a year to 2 years. It can take up to 2 years. I think that typically it's around 15 months, I want to say. But this whole 9 month timeline, doghousing him because he's not back within 9 months is pretty crazy. He's never done anything after the holdout to show any non allegiance to the 49ers. There's all this like fake sort of, oh, he's like unfollow, whatever. It's not, there's nothing really to it, okay? He got really injured, and that takes time to come back from. He looked good, right? Like he's getting healthier, but the deal is they have marks, right? Like they have to reach certain speeds, their pre-injury speeds, before they're allowed to play, right? So even if you can run, it doesn't mean you're running at the same speed that you were running at before the injury, and you don't want them out there running at a slower speed than they were before the injury, right? So I just feel like not enough people are out here really like defending Ayuk, and like I get the annoyance that fans had last season with the holdout. I was also not that thrilled when there was another holdout. I just feel like every year there is one, but you know, like I said a few weeks ago, I feel like he was sort of like proven right in the holdout in a way because he did get injured, right? Like that's why they do the holdouts. That's why they get the contract that protects them for when they are injured. And then he got injured. So I think that he deserves more support from a fan base that's supposed to be supporting their players anyway. But beyond the Ayuk thing, Ricky Pearsall should be back this week, it looks like. The same injury that Christian McCaffrey had versus Buffalo last year takes 5-6 weeks. We're kind of past that now, so this is the expected time to get back, and it looks like he should be back this week. Alfred Collins should be back this week too. He was really close, I guess, last week, but didn't quite make it, so he is expected to play this week, which is huge with a team that is right now really struggling versus the run. And because if this Arizona team is not very dynamic right now, okay? And we'll kind of get into that a little further, but if we can just kind of band-aid this defense together, I feel that there's opportunity to at least hold them from making the defense looking bad. Like we can hold this offense, like at least to ground level, right? Like it shouldn't blow up in the Niners' face like last week did. Brock Purdy starting today, Wednesday, is going to start 3 kind of like vigorous practices, testing that foot, putting him through the tests. And if he can make it through all 3 practices, I think that the idea is that he'll play this week. We'll see. I don't really care one way or the other if he's playing. I feel that Mac, especially last week versus the number at the time one, I want to say, defense in the entire NFL, played great. I feel like he played really great. He didn't really turn the ball over. There was that one interception on 4th down, but if you don't make the pass anyways, it's a turnover anyway. So forcing a ball on 4th down doesn't really bother me. But I think he played very well. And if Brock Purdy isn't ready, I think that the Niners and the fans and just everybody is fairly comfortable with Mac Jones at this point. It would be nice to get Purdy out there because at his peak, I believe he's better than Mac Jones still. He's more athletic. He can kind of cover up the faults of the 49ers offensive line at times. Like when pressures do get through, he can make stuff still happen with his feet and just kind of band-aid that offensive line a bit. But anyway, the Cardinals are going into this game pretty banged up. Marvin Harrison will be out. He had surgery for appendicitis, so that's their top receiver. Zay Jones, their number 2 receiver, he will be out with an Achilles that he suffered, I want to say last week. So they're going to be pretty short-handed. That means most of the targets, I would imagine, are going to go to Trey McBride, which is not great for the 49ers, being that the 49ers linebackers can't seem to cover too well right now. But if your most dynamic player on your team is a tight end, then you feel that is in your favor as a defense. That's a good thing. They might need to double him a little bit. We'll see. I'm not sure. He is a really good tight end, but you don't feel too threatened by this offense if that's all you really have to worry about. Running backs did not do good last week. They were playing Seattle, but still, you need your players to do well against any defense, and they did not do well. Brissett also, I don't think he's not very scary. If I'm the Niners, I'd rather play him than Kyler Murray, even though Kyler can totally toss a game and ruin it for the Cardinals. He can also just put a team on his back every now and then and carry them to a win all on his own. And Brissett cannot do that, I feel, and I would rather play the more consistent but not super dangerous quarterback of Brissett, and that's who they will be playing. So all things considered, the offense of the Cardinals should be pretty pulled back down with these injuries. Not anything to be happy about. Like, injuries are bad, but if you're rooting for the success of the Niners, that is something that you will have to at least counter the injuries of the 49ers defense. So both injured units will be playing each other, and both relatively healthy units will be playing each other. The Niners offense fairly healthy, the Cardinals defense fairly healthy. They will be playing each other all the same. Anyway, so this game is very important. I talked about this in the playoff picture video, but if they win this game, I would say that they're going to be pretty favored for the next 3 games following this, right? If they can do that, you're looking now at 10-4, and you have a pretty realistic shot at the playoffs after that. If you lose this game, you will go from, what could have been 7-4 to instead 6-5, which is, significantly worse, obviously, right? So, very important game. It's not necessarily a must-win, but it is going to be. It's going to have a big impact, right? It's a divisional win, it's a conference win, and just a win in general is important at this point. So we have to obviously be taking this one very seriously. Back when we might be getting to see the return of Brock Purdy back to his home state. He's from Arizona, so hopefully, if he can play, then it'd be nice for him to play. So. Anyway, that's pretty much the preview for the game. I would say my comfortability level is fairly high on this game. I think that the 49ers should win this game. They can definitely lose it, but I would say all things even, they should win this game. Unless some crazy bad news happens in the next few days. But, as it stands right now, there is hopefully nothing but good news to come. Pearsall might return. Brock Purdy might return. Alfred Collins should be back, right? So hopefully everything goes right. We get those returns, and the 49ers just slowly get healthier. And if we can just win this game, we are slowly positioning ourselves for a playoff run. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. That's the preview for the 49ers Cardinal game. If there's any updates before we get there, then I will try to make a video before the game. But as it stands, this is it. So thank you for watching.